Hi grade 2s, welcome to your first lesson of recorder. This term, well actually your second lesson of recorder, but this time we're going to be playing a little bit more of the recorder. Last week we looked at some of our different rhythms. We had a tum-ti rhythm, and don't worry, that's going to come in a little bit later. But for now, let's remind ourselves of everything that we've learned so far and all the notes that we've held in our recorder so that we can play this piece right in front of us. And I want you to tell me how to play it. So let's take a look at our recorder, just to remind ourselves on how to hold each note. So we started off with our medium high notes, not too high but just in between. So we start off with G. This is our G when you cover those three holes and your thumb is still covering the back. A when you're only covering those two holes. B when you're covering that top hole. And remember, we're only using our index, middle and ring finger. Don't do this. Don't put these two fingers up here. Don't go G and then A and then B. No. Each finger has to remain above its hole all the time. Okay? Just like that. So G, A, B. Try it with me. G, A, B. One more time. G, A, B. Alright. Now we learned some of the lower notes. Okay? So we learned that when you have all 6 fingers covering every hole, your thumb is still at the back. This is called D. Alright? D. Then when you remove your ring finger, you're only covering 5 holes. That is E. And then when you cover these 2 holes and don't cover this one over here, that is F sharp. So let me say it again. D, E, F sharp. Try it with me. D, E, F sharp. Again. D, E, F sharp. Let's try go G, A, B, then D, E, F sharp. Ready? 1, 2, 3, let's go. G, A, B, D, E, F sharp. Again. G, A, B, D, E, F sharp. Now let's try to go the other way. Let's go D, E, F sharp, G, A, B. Go. D, E, F sharp, G, A, B. Last time. D, E, F sharp, G, A, B. So if you know those 6 notes, you're ready to play this piece that has a mixture of both of the medium high notes and the low notes. So let's take a look at our board. Alright, so before we play any piece, the first thing we need to know how to do is to read the rhythm. So, which different kinds of notes do we have here? We have some quarter notes. We have a rest note. This is only 1 beat of a rest note, so we rest for 1 beat. We have 2 half notes, so that means ta, a, ta, a. Hold it for 2 beats. And lastly, we have a dotted minim, which is 3 beats. So let's try clap from the first measure to the end of the second measure, okay? 1, 2, say it with me. Ta, 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 rest. Go! That is super easy. Alright, let's try and read it from the 3rd measure to the 4th measure. Ready? Go. Ta, 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 a, ta, a. Remember, if you can see through it, you say ta, a. It's 2 beats. Let's try the whole thing. 3, go. Ta, 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 rest. Ta, 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 a, ta. Your turn. Alright, let's go for the second line. The second line isn't much different for these 2 beats, for these 2 measures, because it's exactly the same as here. We have 4 quarter notes, 3 quarter notes, and a rest. Same thing as up here. And over here, it's still the same thing. The only difference is that last note. So let's just try to read the whole line together, okay? Just pay attention to that last note. It's a dotted minim, so 3 beats. 3, go! Ta, 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 rest. Ta, 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 a. One more time. Hope you're saying it. let's put the whole thing together. Say it with me. 1, 2, 3, let's go. Ta, 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 rest. Ta, 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 ah, ta, ah, ta, 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 rest. Ta, 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 ah, ah. All right, so it's not hard. Now let's try and read our notes. So those were us being able to get the rhythm. Now let's see if we can get the letter name. So whether it's a G, A, B, C, D, E, F sharp, and so on. So remember, this hashtag means sharp. So whenever you see it, right now it's over the F line. Every good boy deserves Fanta. Remember, if you want to know the names of the notes on your lines, it's every good boy deserves Fanta. If you want to know your space notes, if you forget what's in the space, hit your face. In the space notes, we have F-A-C-E. So since this hashtag is over the F line, any F note will become F sharp. Okay? So anytime you see an F, remember it's F sharp. So let's read these 4 notes and let's grab our recorders. So what we have over here is D, D, E, E. Alright? So let's try and play that out. We're going to play 2 Ds and 2 Es. 1, 2, 3, let's go. One more time, let's go. Super easy, right there. Let's go to our next measure. So now we have F sharp, F sharp. This wouldn't be an F because of this hashtag on the F line. So F sharp, G, rest. All right, so let's try F sharp, G, rest twice. 3, go. Rest. One more time, let's go. Rest. All right, let's try to put measure 1 and measure 2 together. 1, 2, 3, go. Rest. One more time, measure 1 and measure 2. Rest. All right, let's try measure 3 and measure 4. So measure 3, we're just going down from B to A to G to F sharp. All right, so we're just going downwards. So let's try that out. 1, 2, measure 3, let's go. One more time, measure 3, let's go. All right, let's try measure 1 until measure 3. 1, 2, 3, let's go. Rest. All right, let's finish off with measure 4. We have a G, and remember, dangling D, right there, same note that was here, but this time we're holding them for 2 beats. So G, D. Let's try measure 4. 3, go. One more time, let's go. All right, let's try to put the whole thing together, and I'm gonna try and play a small beat so that you can hear the beat going. All right, let's try the whole of bar 1. Of line 1. 1, 2, 3, let's go. Rest. Let me hear you do it by yourself. 3, line 1. Rest. Alright, let's go for line number 2. Line number 2 has the same rhythm, it's only the last note that changes, but the notes are different. So instead of starting on a drop D, a dangling D, we're starting on a E. So we have E, E, F sharp, F sharp. Let's try play that together. Go. One more time, let's go. Alright, let's go to measure number 6. So measure number 6, we have 2 G's, an A, and a rest. Let's play that. 2 G's, an A, and a rest. 3, go. Rest. Rest. Alright, let's put measure 5 and measure 6 together. 1, 2, 3, E, go. Rest. One more time by yourself. Let's go. Rest. All right, let's finish off with bar measure number 7, measure number 8. So right here we have a bit of a skip. We're skipping over notes because we're going from B to G. We're not playing A in between. So B, G, and we have another skip. We're just going from G to drop D. All right, so let's try that together. That can be tricky. So from B to G to drop D. Let's try it slowly. 3, go. Again. Make sure you have your fingers in the right place. Remind yourself where B, G, and D is. Now let's take it to B, G, D, F sharp. All right? 1, 2, nice and slow. One more time. Let's go. An easy finish. 3 beats on G. 1, 2, finish up on G. Again. Let's try measure 7 and measure 8. 1, 2 from B. Let's go. Again. Alright, let's try the whole of line number 2. 1, 2, 3, let's go. Rest. Your turn. 1, 2, 3, line 2. Rest. Ta, ah. All right, let's try to play the whole piece one time with me and then one time by yourself. So pause the video if you need to remind yourself of any notes or if you need to practice any section. But for now, let's go for it. 1, 2, 3, let's go. Rest. Alright, your turn. 1, 2, 3, let's go. Rest. B, A. Second line. Rest. Alright, and that's our piece. Now tell me, was it hard? It shouldn't be hard as long as you've been practicing. So we've now brought in those middle notes and those low notes. One day we're going to bring in those high notes. So make sure you have them really good. Practice it a couple of times, and next week we're going to move on to another song. But make sure you get the song good. Practice hard. Try and practice every day, just a little bit, not too long, but just a little bit every day, and you'll get very good at it. All right, grade 2s, see you next week.